remember the last time I told you not to learn writing first, but rather typing, listening, and then finally, when you get yourself familiar with all this hiragana, katakana, then write. Okay, here's the thing: how to type it. Okay, let me show you. So I'm using a Mac system right now. So I will demonstrate that in my Mac system first, and then I'm going to show you the steps in Windows. Let's get started. Right now, I already get the all this Japanese language typing installed. So if I go to here, just the top of my window, it's not top of my window, but rather top of my operating system. Here, you can actually see all this typing. And right now it's ABC, that means I'm using the English as input. If I change that just here, we can get romaji or hiragana or katakana. So let's just, if you can't see this option, that means you did not add. So you need to choose the open keyboard setting. Okay, so click it. So here comes the interesting part. When you actually click it, you're gonna see an option like this. Okay, so basically we can get all input sources. We got ABC, that's a typical English input. We got pinging. Remember, I also got a Chinese bootcamp, so if you're interested, you can check it out. Pinging is the kind of alphabet of Chinese. Okay, how to pronounce that using the romanization pronunciation system of Chinese, and then you can use pinging, like the alphabets, okay, to represent the pronunciation of Chinese. Okay, but remember, we're learning Japanese, and Japanese is hard. Oh my gosh. If you look at here, you got like a Spanish and all that. But here, Japanese, romaji. Okay, so here is the interesting part. It's actually the alphabet. Okay, even though it's called romaji, but in fact, it's just a fancy way of saying this. Hey, I want to use the alphabet to input, and we got different mode. Okay, so basically, still we're using this keyboard as the base for input, but we can have different modes like katakana mode or romaji mode. And of course, you can have the full width romaji or half width katakana. Okay, but I do not recommend that you use this because the results you type will be pretty weird. Okay, so just use the normal katakana and romaji, and yeah, that will be good. Of course, I choose the live conversion as well as correct spelling because sometimes I did too quick and got things wrong. So it's been pretty helpful for AI. Well, it's not AI yet. Of course, you can use AI like ChatGPT to talk but I prefer to actually control things. Okay, especially when I demonstrate you guys and you folks are actually learning right now. So yeah, so I just choose the option. If you want to do exactly the same, if you're using Mac, and you can just copy the setting. And here comes to the interesting part. So I'm going to just get everything. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to just copy this and duplicate it here. Just give you some inputs area where I can input things. Okay, so if you already changed that to the romaji, okay, here you can actually type the romaji. Okay, that's just English. Okay, if you want to type English, you're going to do that. You'll be able to do that even with the full Japanese input system because English is everywhere. So, for example, you want to input your Gmail or something like that, you have to do this. But here, remember, we are talking about input Japanese. So, if you go here, right now it's romaji. So it's kind of the same with if you choose ABC. Still, it's an A here. That's a clear indication. Okay. But here, I want you to choose to hiragana for now. Okay, so here, hiragana. Okay, choose it, and then go back here, and then whatever you input will be the hiragana. Okay, so for example, if you input A, there will be a R here. Okay, so for example, if you input a B, nothing. Okay, that's pretty weird. Okay, input C, nothing. Okay, so it's not exactly the same as English inputs, but you actually can use this as a kind of if you know Chinese, it's like a pinyin, okay? But if you learn Japanese, it's like Japanese romanization of using this input to get Japanese pinyin, Japanese pronunciation, and using that pronunciation to change that to say hiragana, hanagana, or kanji. Okay, so yeah, it kind of I know it may be tricky at first, and it is because that is pretty tricky. That's the reason I simplify this for you guys. Just using the English system to learn Gojuons. Remember at the start of the video I said about Gojuons, the importance of it. Yeah, and if you don't use this method, you have to memorizing all these shape and characters of hiragana and katakana. So it's like a double the workflow. But if you do this, you just need to listen. Okay, you just need to listen to the sounds and some basic rules, and then you can type it. So let's quickly get started. All right, I'm not going to get all of the goju-onzi here. I just want to get the 5 vowels. 5 vowels, of course, Japanese have vowels. A lot of language have vowels, and I think that's a crucial part of our human doing the pronunciation. So Japanese vowels is a, I, U, E, O. Okay, a, I, U, E, O. Let me show you. So if you say ah, it's like father. Okay, it's ah. So if you talk about ah, well, in English we normally say ah. That's the thing. Okay, so if you don't use this method, you will have a pretty hard time to memorizing this as an ah. It will be something like this. Okay, you have to learn the order of doing things, and the change of like one stroke can change that to a completely different thing. You don't want that. Okay, you just need to listen. Ah. Okay, you type ah. Okay, you type a. Remember, you type a, it will automatically change that to R. Okay, like father. So this is a crucial vowel and the first vowel here, R. Let's try something else. Remember, R, I, U, E, O. Okay, so what about say E? Okay, E, E. It's like C. You can actually see that, right? C, E. That's the sound. But you know, ironically, it's not like E, okay? E will be E. We will talk about that later. Just hard code this in your mind. It's kind of like pinyin. So E is this one. So it's I. Okay? If you type I, press I, that's E for you. And remember, there's capitalized E here, capitalized I here, sorry. And they will give you E in Japanese. So it's R, E. Okay? So type enter, you got this down. And then let's do another. R, I, U, E, O. U is like food, but not so, if you like saying food, that'll be food. That'll be pretty roundy food. But U is like, here is another tip for you if you are speaking Japanese and you want like do that natively. Do not move your mouth too much. It's like if you're from America, it's like saying British English. Okay, so if you're saying British English, there is a hardly any lip movement here. Okay, so this is hardly lip is not moving. Okay, so that's the feeling. Not necessarily that's bad imitation of British English. Sorry about that. Okay, if you're British people, sorry about that. I got a really bad pronunciation of British English, but yeah, you got the idea. Okay, so in English we tend to like move our mouth a lot with a lot of expression, but Japanese is pretty reserved. Okay, and Japanese is pretty reserved. The language is also pretty reserved. So yeah, so it's not food, but oo. So I, U, is not like, so it's like a flag, and you don't even move your mouth. So I, U, okay. So it's like food, but it's sound. So think about this, so it's you, Okay, that's the same for you. Ooh. Okay, so come on. To be honest, just be honest here. If you did not learn all this, it becomes pretty hard for you to connect this with a certain pronunciation. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here is to just give you a quick way of doing this. So you want this, okay? It's just a, okay? It's like ah, okay? It's like father, okay? So this will be pretty easy for you to memorize it, okay? If I say something like this, okay? If I just write everything down here, that's so easy, right? So easy. You just need to know, well, if I want to type this sound, I just type A. And this is an R sound, like father, okay? R. When you like see that 10 times, you're being so familiar, like part of your family or some like a close friend, best friend forever. If you already learn Japanese and are going to speak and listen and understand it, it's like a curse. Once you understand it, you cannot unlearn it. Okay, every time you encounter adding Japanese material or make the Japanese person, you will use that. Okay, you will definitely use that. So it's like a curse. So yeah, then you will understand this. Okay, once you get familiar, you can then. I'm going to add a like organized structured video of learn specific things, and it will be so much easier than like hard coding right now. I know, and I know a lot of people just stop learning because they can't memorizing all this. Okay, and so that's the kind of way that I think that help you guys to learn. Okay, so we got this okay, R here, and let me quickly test R, U, E, O, all right, and then we can quickly go through this one by one. Okay, I don't want to like make this video too long. Okay, R, E, U, then E. Okay, so it's like remember, E is like mats, at. So it's just something like this. So if you choose this, I change that to Japanese. That will be this. Okay, E, and then of course you can say R, E, U, E. Or you just say type O, it will just automatically be here. Okay, so come on, this O is pretty similar to R. Okay, so it's all got like rounded here. Okay, so almost the same, a little bit difference. So yeah, hard, right? But if you use English to type this, it's a completely different thing. So you know this is called O. Okay, you listen. And you know, oh, it's an O sound, so it's an O, okay? And we just type an O here, because I know this is the O sound, so it's O. Okay, why am I not changing? Let me change that to English, all right? So it's O here, okay? So you type O, got this O out, okay? So it's a clear distinguish, like difference A and O, okay, R and O, so you know the difference. And of course you can say, oh, this is pronounced like O. You can take that and on your notebook, and then it will be or it's like open, okay, R U E O, or it's not open. Or yeah, it's kind of like open, but it's a little bit different. R E U E O, not open, but yeah, you got an idea. So, but it got O here, so it helps you to memorize it. So yeah, let me quickly add all this so you guys know what to expect. So E is I'm going to use in English here. So type I, we got E. So it's like E in C. Okay, this is called R, like R in father. Okay, father. And this U will be similar to, okay, this U will be similar to just type U and get the U, so it's like the U sound in food, okay, and here air, we just get a little bit more space here because it's just automatically changed to pretty small things. I don't like it. Air, okay. So how to type it? E, you can type air. It's like air. like, have you met him? Okay, met. And or will be or, like open, but it's not. Yeah, I'm going to add an asterisk here because it's not exactly the same as like open. This is just some helper words for you to help you understand. Okay, so it's more like, oh, I understand that. Oh, I got that. Something like that.